Hey y'all, Tracy Davis here with Davis Homestead. I haven't done a video in a couple weeks, I do believe, but I've done some Avon videos because I've started selling Avon, but I haven't done any here. And just to let you know, yay, our chickens are no longer freeloading slackers. We have 10 hens. I still have the 4 roosters and the turkey. Well, I just got 2 eggs. Finally, they're back to the hens are. One of them is obviously a new layer. The other one, my hen is finally laying, and nothing stole it, or nothing ate it, or the dogs didn't carry it off, or whatever. So the hens are no longer freeloading slackers. And I wanted to update y'all. We did at the craft fair. I did my first booth at our table, and for Davis Homestead I had my homemade products, and I had a little tiny corner of the Avon booklets, so I got a couple new Avon customers, but I sold my homemade chapsticks, bath salts, scrubs, I've had elderberry syrup, I had elderberry tincture, echinacea tincture. I had homemade crochet dishcloths, scarves. I had Vapo Rub. I had headache balm. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember what everything else I had. I also had essential oil rollers. I had our business cards for Davis Homestead put out there. Oh my gosh, I had a bunch of stuff and I cannot remember. But it was my very first event ever at all, and it went very well. I sold about $40, but considering I was happy if I just sold one item because it would get our name and our homestead out there. So we are now out there on the business directory. Even they put that in town, and and I had fun, which was the main thing. Had on my little homestead checkered apron with little pockets, the little half apron, and my skirt and my top and all that good stuff. So I was doing the whole pioneer gamut deal. And I just had fun. That was the main thing, was have fun and get it out there. I did sit in front of our church because it was up on a walkway. I was covered. It was a little breezy and chilly, but that way I could put some proceeds towards the church, a certain percentage for letting me sit there. And it helps our church out a little bit. But they didn't want any money, so just Sunday, go in there and stick it in the little offering jar, and they can't refuse. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Anyway, I wanted to give you that update. And also, I just made, where it's wintertime, it's really cold. Oh my goodness, it was like 24 last night, I do believe. Had the wood stove cooking. I just made peppermint. It's a hand and body lotion. And it's basic 3 ingredient. And I put it in a pump. Also a pump bottle. So it made this big pump bottle plus that 4-ounce bottle. And what I'm doing is I'm testing it first to see how I like it and how well it works. It's for really, really dry chapped skin, rash, from scaly eczema, psoriasis, and it's all oils that are good for you. It's I used coconut oil, shea butter, and this is peppermint, so I used a peppermint essential oil, also a little bit of jojoba and vitamin E. And a little bit of tea tree, not much. But that's the only thing that's in there. It's like a cup of shea butter, half a cup of coconut oil, and then a half a cup of whatever other oil you choose. That's why I did a combination of a little bit of vitamin E, a little bit of tea tree, and a little bit of jojoba. You can use all different sorts of whatever you want. And any type of scent. I love the peppermint because it does really well, and it's refreshing. But I put some in the jar here. You can also whip it but obviously being off-grid, we don't have electricity. And until I get one of those, I call them boat motors, the little tiny things. Unless I find one battery powered, I can't whip anything. I've tried doing it with a whisk and even a fork and doing it really, really fast, and that does not work. So I'm testing it out. I want to see if it hardens, how it hardens, and that's why I put it in the glass jar. Excuse me. I'm also testing it in this to see how well it comes out of the pump. I have not tried that just yet. I will try that when I'm done here. But if that works out really well, I'm going to make some, and that way that's another product that I can offer. And is really good for your skin, because as an ED trauma nurse over 21 years, I will tell you, what you put on your skin, which your skin is the largest organ in your body, you're putting in your system. Your skin absorbs everything. So that's why I use only things that are edible. Oh my gosh, I got a chicken sitting on a goat, and the goat is walking around. Sorry. Anyway, squirrel! No. Oh, God. Anyway, if I could turn this camera around and show you, it's interesting. That just kind of, wow. But okay. So the craft fair, I had a blast, and it went really well. I'm making right now some lotion, and I'm going to see how that does in the glass jar and in the pump, see if it hardens too much for the pump, or if this stays at this consistency, if it melts, if it, I want to find out all the little things. And I guess that's it. It's time. I've been trying to chop wood, and I got the wood box filled in the house. It's nice and toasty in our little cabin. I don't know if you can see toasty in the cabin. The wood stove, I don't know if you can see the smoke billowing out. But it's a beautiful day today. I've been letting it die down a little bit so I can clean out the ashes before I start a fire later on. And things are going real well. We are blessed more than we could even imagine. I went in town early this morning at 8:30, dropped off a couple Avon orders that people had ordered. I shipped one at the post office in the mail. All our Davis Homestead orders are out. The case of candles that I had made, and the soaps that I had made. I have somebody right now looking at being a mass producer of soap, the cold process soap I make. So if that takes off, that would be awesome right there. That would really, really be great. Everybody that tries the soap, which is the one product that I was kind of iffy about, I had to try it myself too, loves it and loves the lather. And even my husband, as picky as he is, his mom, his dad, they love the soap. They love the lather. So that makes me feel good. So, and I can do any type of scent. I can use any essential oils for scent. I can add herbs like lavender scented. I can add the little lavender herbs or whatever you want. But I do cold processed soaps. They're $5 a bar. And hopefully that will take off, because that's a big mass company that asked. They're asking a couple people to send in their lists of scents and prices and everything, so I have done that. So if they don't choose me, then it's not in God's time right now. But we are doing very well. We are blessed. We did sell all our horses because it wasn't fair to them. I did not have time to get out there and train them and spend time with them, and they kept taking off, and oh my goodness, they have Titus broke through every fence I had. So it was now I can concentrate on the chickens and the goats there. And when I have 6 more panels to put on the front, and then the front is completely fenced in, and then the back is completely fenced in. I've decided what I'm going to do for the sides, And so now I can just concentrate on the sides. What I'm going to do is, instead of doing the type fencing I'm doing for the front and the back, which is nothing can get in or out of, and it's high, and it ain't gonna budge. It's 20-foot long sections, panels. It's stronger than I don't know what, and it kills me to put it up. So what I'm doing on the sides is where we like our hunting, we like all the wildlife, we want the wild hogs, we want the deer, the axis, and all that coming on the property. So what I'm doing on the sides is I'm just going to do T-posts, and I'm going to do 3-strand wire, just plain wire, 3-strand. That way hogs can get in, deer can come in, axis, anything can come in, so that won't bother our hunting at all. But yet, it will put a border on our property, and I won't have to worry about if when we get our cows. I want 2 cows, a milk cow and maybe 2 meat cows. When we get cows, they won't be wandering off. They'll be in one area, designated area, just like the goats. They're in their designated area, the chickens in their designated area. But right now we just have the goats and the chickens. Yeah, the turkeys and the ducks and the roosters and rabbits and whatever. But I'm concentrating now on fixing their shelters, because the horses tore up their shelters that I just busted my butt and finished. Anyway, so now I can concentrate on rebuilding the goats' shelters, the chicken coop, and the coop for the turkey, and the shelters and their fencing. And then we've got to work on our driveway and our stock pond. And then once we get the stock pond built, the ducks will all be moved over there. I'll get like when our dog houses, our red and white little miniature log cabin dog houses, I'll get one of those for the ducks, and then I'll put that right by the stock pond, and that will be their designated little area. So I think that'll be really good. We're finally getting things where they should be. The goats are looking at me. They're laying in the sun, chilling. They're happy, which is good. I do have goats. I have got 4 does, which are looking like they're ready to pop. So hopefully they'll wait a week until it warms up just a little bit more, and then I'll be kidding more. And I guess that's it for right now. It's mostly, right now, like I said, the goats, the chickens, their shelters and their fencing, wood for the wood stove, and right now and making products and selling Avon. That's what I'm concentrating on right now, is mostly all the Homestead stuff. I'm trying to make products because Laramie and Camilla in town have a building that they're going to start offering homemade craft products from town, people in town, which I think is an awesome idea. And we each are going to have like a little section in their shop, and what I'm going to do is, where they're not going to charge anything, is a certain percentage of everything I sell. Like he said, you just bring the stuff in, and we'll set up a little display of all our products, and go like once a week or once a month or whatever to collect the money. And what I'll do is, whatever I sell, I'll take a certain percentage and give to them for helping us out like this. And it's because they have a ministry, and he has painting and art classes, and she's got the coffee shop there now, and they're helping the community out so much. They're a great couple, so I definitely support them, and I cannot wait until I get an engine in my truck so I can ditch this rotten SUV, which has no windows, and I freeze to death. And that way I can go in town every day and not have to send everybody for my coffee or whatever. So that would just be great. That'll be a great thing. I'll be back on the road. I don't trust this thing, and it's like today. I took it in town early this morning, and I was freezing, and I'm like apologizing to, here's your Avon, I'm Tracy, by the way, I'm sorry my hands are numb. You know, it is crazy, but it is what it is. And, well, I guess that's it. Like I said, I'm kind of excited. I want to see how this does in the pump bottle, and I'll see how this does And then I'll kind of like figure out how much it makes, and then I'll figure out how much I'm going to charge for them, if they're any good. I'm trying them right now. And when I get the recipe, a woman had tried this recipe, and she said it was really greasy. But the more she rubbed it in, because her hands were really, really bad, the more, I mean, it obviously went away. And she didn't mind the greasiness because her hands were so chapped and scaly, basically. They were so bad. Like I said, it's kind of more for really, really bad, cracked, drying, bleeding, um, that type of deal. Eczema, psoriasis. So I'll see how it is. I did put some on, and like she said, it is greasy, um, but it's soaked in. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I will let y'all know and keep you updated. And y'all have a blessed day.